Accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you all the devotees for joining. Please accept my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. I'm just going to share my screen now. Can you hear me properly? Yeah?
I can.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Sorry, my internet is really slow today. Please bear with me. We're doing the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 7, verse 34 and 35. Can you see my screen?
No.
Okay. Is it visible now?
Now we can see. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yachapalambakadadadura kesarista. Malevya kamsa yavana kapi pundarakayaha. Ye salva kunja bhavana dantarakvakra. Saptosa sambara vidaradya rukmi mukaya. Yavamrida samiti salini attachapa. Kamboja matsya kuru srinjaya kakayadhya. Yasya darasanam alambalam partha bhimam. Vyajavayena harinham nilayam tadiham. All the demoniac personalities like Palamba, Dhenuk, Baka, Kesi, Arista, Chanura, Mustika, Kuvalyavapida, elephant, Kamsa, Yavana, Narakasura, Ondari, great marshals like Salva, Divida, monkey, and Balvala, Dantravarka, the seven bulls, Sambara, Vidurata, and Rukmi, as also great warriors like Kamboja, Matsya, Kuru, Srinjaya, Hikaya would all fight vigorously, either with the Lord Hari directly or with him under his names as Baladev, Arjuna, and Bhima, etc. All the demons thus being killed would attain either impersonal Brahmajyoti or personal abode in the Vaikuntha planets. Purport. All manifestations in both the material and spiritual world, the demonstrations of the different potencies of Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead Baladev is his immediate personal expansion, and Bhima, Arjuna, etc. are his personal associates. The Lord would appear, and he does so whenever he appears, with all his associates and potencies. Therefore, the rebellious souls like the demons and demoniac men mentioned by names like Palamba would be killed either by the Lord himself or by his associates. All these affairs will be clearly explained in the 10th canto. But we should know well that all the above-mentioned living entities killed would attain salvation either by being merged in the Brahmajyoti of the Lord or being allowed to enter into the abodes of the Lord called Vaikunthas. This has already been explained by Bhishma Dev in the 1st canto. All persons who participated in the battlefield of Kurukshetra or otherwise with the Lord or with Baladev, etc., would benefit by attaining spiritual existence according to the situation of their minds at the time of death. Those who recognized the Lord would enter Vaikuntha, and those who estimated the Lord as only a powerful being, would attain salvation by merging into the spiritual existence of the impersonal Brahman Jyoti of the Lord. But every one of them would get release from material existence, since such is the benefit of those who play with the Lord inimically. One can imagine what would be the position of those who devoutly serve the Lord in transcendental relationship with Him. Om Gyan Timidandasya Gyana Jana Salakaya Chaksun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Staptitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadammayam Dadati Swan Padantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasnaya Bhutale Srimakte Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvasesa Sunyavari Pasyatya Desatarine Vanshakalpa Tarubhischa Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaho Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we're getting a deeper and more complete understanding of the Lord's compassion towards the living entities. Although these persons that are mentioned, many of them are inimical to the Lord, who were either trying to kill the Lord, which of course is not possible, but they were thinking they could, who also cause distress to the devotees of the Lord. The Lord is so kind that He killed them. And He kills them, and two things are benefited. One, they get salvation, they get some kind of elevation, maybe up to the Brahma Jyoti, or they take birth in a family of devotees in their next life and get a chance to worship the Lord in a favorable way. Those who died on the battlefield of Kurukshetra in front of the Lord actually took birth in Brahmin families in their next life, so they could become devotees of the Lord. The demons, they got Sahuja Mukti, most of them. Even one demon got Sarupya Mukti, that was Agasura. So the Lord is so kind. Now, He could also eliminate them through the power of the material energy. But He shows special mercy when He kills them directly. So this is His compassion. Because if they're killed by the material energy, which every living entity is killed by material energy, there isn't any real spiritual benefit from that. But if they're killed directly by the Lord, or the Lord's pure devotee, then they get elevation in their next life. So here we see the whole list of personalities that the Lord showed mercy like that. Now, when you think about it, the last line of this whole purport really says something very spiritually powerful. So what is the question of devotees who worship the Lord favorably in devotional service? What is their mercy? So that's unimaginable. The indication is that to become a devotee is not easy, but one who does become a devotee and worships the Lord according to the principles of devotion, their life has attained perfection. They're happy in this life and they go back home, back to the spiritual world, either Vaikuntha or Goloka Vrindavan, and they don't have to take birth again in any form, anywhere in any of the universes in the material tabernacle. So, how fortunate it is to worship the Lord favorably, and even unfavorably, there's benefit. Anything connected with the Lord is auspicious. Just like it's, to use a very loose analogy, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati would say, and he would sometimes, his devotees would show him an article that they would be criticizing him or the process of Krishna consciousness in the article. And he wouldn't even consider what their thing was. He would count how many times they said Hare Krishna. And he would say, just see how many times they chanted Hare Krishna. This is very beneficial for them and also for us, because people will read the article and also benefit. So even if one uses the word Hare Krishna in a negative way, such as it's called Gyata Sukriti, there's 4 ways that they jokingly, sometimes people want to make a joke out of the Hare Krishnas. I just recently, somebody sent me something called Jim Carrey, the Hare Krishna police officer, something on the YouTube. And it's this guy, he looks like a devotee, he's all shaved up. And he's got a long ponytail. And then there's some dacoits and he's chasing after them. And he's dancing while he's chasing and he's banging on the tambourine. So it's kind of like a mock thing for the Hare Krishna. And then he gets shot by the dacoits, and then he reappears as another person in the same movie, and he's somebody else, just to show that the Hare Krishnas keep coming back life after life. So I thought it was from my perspective, it was really quite silly, and it really didn't have any value. But at least they were connecting Hare Krishna in some way, so there's some benefit in that. That's called Helena. That means jokingly, uh, referring to the movement or to the name. And there's those who criticize, they might say, oh, you Hare Krishnas, and then they say some kind of negative statement after that. That's also beneficial. Or if someone says Hare Krishna accidentally, like there was one example where one girl, she was walking along the street and she passed by this one house and there was a big dog inside the gate, and he started to bark really loudly. She got a little scared and she said Hare Krishna. And so that's like accidentally there was a chanting. So accidentally, derisively, jokingly, inadvertently. Prabhupada talks about one Muslim He's being chased by a boar and he's saying, Haram, Haram, Haram. Haram means horrible, abominable. But the word Ha, which is the first two letters of the word Hare, and Ram, so it was taken as he's chanting Hare Ram. And it says that he got salvation after being killed by the boar. So yeah, this is how merciful. And so devotees who are fixed in worshiping the Lord in the mood of pleasing the Lord, how fortunate they are in their path back home, back to Godhead. And even if they fail to reach perfection, whatever they've done will be calculated and manifest in the next life in a positive way, that they'll continue in their Krishna consciousness in a very favorable material situation. So that's how merciful Krishna is. Mm-hmm. So he wants to benefit everyone, the demons, the non-devotees, the devotees, those who are somewhere in between. That's the mercy of the Lord. He does everything he can within his power of mercy to elevate the conditioned souls back to the spiritual world. So that's the job. And therefore, anyone who takes up the work of the Lord, to do the work of the Lord in the world by preaching to the conditioned souls, becomes very, very dear to the Lord. So dear to the Lord that it cannot be explained in words, that that person gets special recognition and mercy by the Lord. Anyone who serves the devotees of the Lord, anyone who preaches the message of the Lord, of course, anyone who chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, especially those who preach Krishna consciousness, they get special mercy. And even if they fall short of reaching perfection, the Lord will give them perfection at the time of death. He will nullify whatever is left and take them back to the spiritual world, because they're doing what is his heart's desire. What is his heart's desire? He wants to see all living entities worship him in loving devotional service, because he knows that's their only means for attaining success in life and the ultimate principle of happiness. And so if one who preaches the message of Krishna consciousness becomes extremely dear to the Lord. So Srila Prabhupada in 1970, he made a statement. He said, by 1975, I want all of my devotees to become gurus. So you might say, well, I don't have that much knowledge, nor do I have any ability to mentor others to become a spiritual master. But then Lord Chaitanya gave the formula. When he was traveling in South India, he stopped in the home of one Brahmana. This Brahmana was an ideal Brahmana, and he, along with his family members, served the Lord for 4 days while the Lord stayed, took care of all of his personal needs, everything for 4 days. After the 4th day, the Lord decided to continue his travels in South India, so he left. And while he was walking away, the head of the family, the Brahmana, started following him. And the Lord turned around and says, well, where are you going? He said, I'm going with you. How can you go with me? You have your family. Well, he used a very strong word saying, forget the family. I'm going with you. The Lord wasn't pleased with that. So he said, actually, go back and whoever you meet, tell them about Krishna. Whoever you meet, teach them to chant Hare Krishna. He said, by my command, be Guru, save the land. By my command, be Guru, save the land. And he said, if you do that, you'll never lose my association. So that's the formula for those of us who live in household life. Open your homes to having programs, invite people to come over, chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Kirtan, Japa if also, prepare nice prasadam, and discuss philosophy coming from Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. If you do that, you're preaching. You're making your home into a mandir, a place where the Lord is worshipped rather than just a place for one to live. Mm-hmm. The difference between griha, maidi, and grihasta. Grihasta means devotee. Griha maidi means non-devotee or materialist. So anyone can preach. Everyone has some facility given to them by the Lord. And by that mercy, they become fortunate where they can do something to gain the special mercy of the Lord and help the conditioned souls in their struggle in this material world, because everyone is suffering. Everybody's suffering in this material world. They're suffering so badly that before they were able to hide it, now they can't hide it anymore. It's coming out in the open. Everyone is visibly suffering, and in different forms, mentally, physically, emotionally, so many different ways people are suffering. And the biggest form of suffering now in the world is health. People are so sick because the society is really crippling people by the lifestyle that they have provided. People are not able to maintain their whole health and somehow or other maintain their activities in devotion in the world. So it's a very difficult time for the, what you might say, the conditioned souls, more difficult than ever. But the devotees are there to somehow or other make a difference. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. We can open it up for questions.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj, for giving us the hope that we still can make it. No, if not in this life, next life.
No,
Hare Krishna.
no, that's not good. And don't forget, it's not like that's a concession. You don't want to go for concessions. Finish up in this life. Otherwise, what stopped you in this life will be there in your next life, and you have to overcome that same attachment in your next life. So why not do it now instead of waiting for the next life? And there's no guarantee you're going to make it in the next life either.
Okay, definitely. Thank you. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please.
That's concessionary. It's not the principle of devotion.
Yeah, because in the next life, we don't know if we divert the Krishna consciousness,
Yeah,
what will happen.
you don't know where you're going to be born. You might be
Dear
born in,
devotees,
you might be born in Pakistan.
that will be the last thing we will wish. Dear devotees, please ask any question. This is such a interesting. And if you can, please put on your video so that we can have your nice darshan and Shiv Kumar Professor Teddy raise. Please go.
Thank you, Matan. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisance at your lotus feet. So, Maharaj, one question I have, Maharaj. When we talk about the goal of the path of devotion, on one hand, we hear that liberation is not our goal for devotees. Devotional service is the goal. On the other hand, we hear that we have to finish our business and go back home, back to Godhead. So, just wanted to hear from you, Maharaj, as to what should be the goal for devotees in the path of devotion, Maharaj.
The goal is to develop love of God. Prema Pumarta Mahan. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Saruka Manoy Sravanari Siddhi Chitte Kodiye Udoy. Love sits in the heart of all living entities, but it's covered due to the association of Maya, material energy. To awaken that love is the perfection of life. That's the goal. Whether you stay in the material world and preach Krishna consciousness or engage in devotional service, or you go back to the spiritual world, this is secondary, incidental. Secondary. The main thing is just try to develop your love for Krishna. And you can do that by hearing about Krishna, by serving Krishna's devotees, by following very carefully the process given by the spiritual master. But the fast track is to hear and chant the glories of the Lord. This awakens that attraction for Krishna. And it moves one along the path of bhakti to the perfectional stage, which is prema. It's available because it's natural, like that. So that's the goal, to awaken our love for Krishna. That's the only goal. Secondary goals are meant to support that goal. Such as, I want to perfect my chanting. That's a secondary goal because it leads to, developing love for Krishna. I want to develop proper and nice Krishna conscious relationships with all living entities. That's secondary because it leads to the perfection of Krishna consciousness.
So, Maharaj, just to confirm, Maharaj, whenever we hear this going back home, back to Godhead, it should be understood as being situated perfectly in loving devotional service unto the Lord. Is that what we should understand?
It's non-different. If you've reached love of God, you're back home, back to Godhead already. Even if you're still in this material world, because your consciousness is pure, it's spiritual. It's the consciousness of the spiritual world. Just like it says that one should live in Vrindavan. It's recommended that one should live in Vrindavan. That was our seminar when we had our seminar recently. But then there is the understanding that not everyone can live in Vrindavan, but one should live in Vrindavan by making the mind Vrindavan. That one can do anywhere. Okay.
Helps.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Sridevi Mataji.
Thank you, Sukavaha. Dear Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Prabhupada. All glories to you, Guru Maharaj. So yesterday we had His Grace Radhesham Prabhu here in Farmington Hills Temple giving a very beautiful lecture on Bahiranga devotee, Antaranga devotee. He says we should be very careful not to get caught up in the externals, and we should focus on developing our inner connection with Krishna, developing our love for Krishna. But it is so easy to get caught in the externals. Oh, I'm doing this service. Oh, I have to go there. Oh, I have to. So, how can we remain focused on developing pure love of God, even as we are carrying out so many different activities? We should not forget that primary goal, as you said.
Don't forget Krishna.
Mm. Mm.
Krishna says, whatever you do, do it for me. And he also says in the Gita, always remember me, always think of me, he says. He says always, he doesn't say sometimes. Think of Krishna all the time. Make your house full of pictures of Krishna. That way, wherever you look, you see Krishna's picture in some particular form. When you wake up in the morning, first thing you do is chant Hare Krishna. Last thing before you take rest at night, Hare Krishna. Prabhupada used the example, a wino, a person is an alcoholic. They live on the streets and they drink all kinds of cheap wine. I remember when I was living in the area of New York, there was this kind of wine that was called Thunderbird wine. You could buy it for 50 cents for a bottle. 50 cents. And then, you know, a wino would come up to you and say, hey, can you give me 10 cents? Can you give me 25 cents? You know, he wanted to get that 50-cent bottle. So Prabhupada said, when he's finished with one bottle, he's already thinking how to get the next bottle. So they become addicted to drinking. They drink constantly. So, yeah, devotees should be like that. You get addicted to thinking of Krishna. You might think it's not so easy, and it's well, no one says it's easy, but it's if you practice and you also create an environment in your mind where you can connect everything to Krishna. You can think of Krishna in so many ways. Question is, do we really want to think of Krishna? We should, as devotees, we should want to think of Krishna. See the deity in the temple, you're thinking of Krishna. You're eating nice prasadam, you think this is Krishna's mercy coming in. This is Krishna coming in the form of prasadam. Don't forget Krishna. Practice. You want to be good at something, you have to practice it.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Research papers. Thank you so much for this question. Krishna Kaviraj Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you. Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to you and all of the devotees. Guru Maharaj, can you please explain what happens when we're chanting? If we're chanting with all of our heart and as much attention as we can muster, where's the connection and how does that lead to destroying the demoniac tendency, gaining love of God, attracting causeless mercy? Where's the gap?
There's no gap. The connection is direct. If Krishna and anything related to Krishna is above the three modes of material nature, all of these other things you mentioned are within the three modes. So to transcend, that's what we call a transcendental activity. You're transcending the effects of the three modes of material energy, and you're coming to the spiritual platform of the Sudasattva platform. So that transcendence brings you that connection. And so as soon as you plug into spiritual activities, you're moving into the realm of transcendence. When you chant Hare Krishna, when you chant purely, you're fully fixed on the Sudasattva platform. Even if you chant impurely, at least you're moving in that pure direction. Yeah, so just connect with Krishna, that's all.
But to be like that all the time, then we just need to try and
Yeah, what else you got to
move all
do?
the
Is there
time.
anything else that's so important? We come to this material world, we just waste time. We're bored most of the time. Material responsibilities are as boring as hell. They're boring. Spiritual life is not boring. It's fun. And what makes it fun is the association of devotees. Right, Sri Devi?
500% Guru Maharaj.
You're getting a lot of nice association now, huh?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, I'm so blessed by your mercy. It is simply wonderful to be in the association of devotees. I couldn't ask for anything better than this.
Yeah, I mean, all of your desires are fulfilled. But we're attached to this material world. We think there's something in it that can give us some happiness. It just keeps us busy, that's all it does. Busyness doesn't mean happiness.
In fact, busy is just taking away from Krishna, Guru Maharaj, rather than being with
Right.
Krishna.
Exactly.
Sukama, there's an echo coming through when you're speaking.
Still? Is it still there? Is everyone else getting an echo?
I don't get that. It's fine for me.
Manish is shaking her head, yes. Sadhvi says no.
Echoing when Sukavaha Mataji's talking.
The echo is from Sukava, huh?
Maybe my headphones.
Mhm. Okay.
I'm just echoing Guru Maharaj's words anyway, so it's good.
So material activities keep you locked in to the activities of the three modes. Spiritual activities, which is the consciousness by which spiritual activities are executed, brings you above the three modes. That's all. And that's where Krishna is situated above the three modes, not within the three modes.
Guru Maharaj,
The intensity of the activity brings about the absorption in the spiritual. Just like last night, we had a kirtan that was, my God, it was undescribable. The place went completely wild. I mean, it was, whoa. I was sitting there, I had been in kirtan for about 3 or 4 hours already. And then this one devotee started to sing. And by God, he just took us on a level that was unbelievable. And when the kirtan started, I was feeling a little tired, but I completely lost all my tiredness. And the chanting was so sweet yet so powerfully that devotees, the ladies they lost it. They were jumping and spinning and flipping, and it was like, it was such a powerful kirtan. And we're chanting in front of Lord Nrsingadev too. So, I mean, where are you going to find that anywhere in this material? So, we got festivals. This is the festival season now, starting May, June, July. Festivals all over the world, in Europe, in America, Rath Yatras, so many things. Get out of your, little cubby hole and start going to these programs. Even in India, there's a lot of activities going on all the time. Every weekend, go away, do something. If you're living in America, starting on the second weekend of June, even before then, there's kirtans all over the place. There's Rath Yatras, there's seminar programs, it's just saturated. London too. London is like the bastion of spiritual activities. This just charges our batteries, gets us really back into the proper consciousness again. Don't worry, the material world will still go on whether you're there or not. If I'm not here, how will things go on? Everyone thinks like that. Without me, it won't work. Believe me, when you're gone, it'll probably work better.
Nice, absolutely true. Maharaj. Just such a full singer we have.
Yes. I'm so important. They need me.
Yeah, especially when you're a mother, you think, oh, my kids will not do anything without me. But trust me, when we are not there, they're enjoying so much.
They can't get it. They can't wait to get away.
Gurma, there's a question in the chat. Is it okay to read from Sadhi Mataji? Hare Krishna, please forgive my ignorance. May I humbly ask how to understand when one gets to heard and read in Shastra, everything is happened by the will of Supreme Lord Krishna. I understand as
Sukaba,
Uh-huh.
get rid of your microphone. It's making an echo all over the place here.
Oh, sorry. If I take my microphone off, you will hear lots of other noises because I'm where else I'm not at home. So is it better if I keep it a little bit away?
Yeah.
Shall I read for you, Sukavaha?
Yes, please. Can you read?
Hare Krishna, please forgive my ignorance. May I humbly ask how to understand when one gets to hear and read in Shastras, everything is happening by the will of the Supreme Lord Krishna. I understanding as it is, as yes, one should practice Krishna consciousness, follow all the principles. May I ask, does that mean I guarantee us to be free? It guarantees us to be free from being born again in the material world.
Yeah, if you perfect that, when your consciousness is fully absorbed in Krishna, then that is perfection. That's the quality of the soul. So you have to practice that. our natural consciousness is Krishna consciousness. That's our original consciousness. Whatever other consciousness we may have is an imposition upon the pure consciousness. Therefore, it's called contaminated consciousness. Family consciousness, money consciousness, food consciousness, this consciousness, that consciousness. It's all, these are what we say contaminations on the original consciousness. The original consciousness is Krishna conscious, to be conscious of Krishna constantly. So in order to achieve that, you have to practice. And the things you mentioned are the things by which we develop Krishna consciousness. Hearing, chanting, remembering, serving, worshiping, surrendering. These are all of the activities that bring about spiritual consciousness. Hearing about Krishna, chanting the glories of Krishna, remembering Krishna, offering prayers to Krishna, worshiping Krishna in different ways, serving Krishna's devotees, going to the holy places, and then ultimately surrendering everything that's within your range of activity. Manasel deho geho yokichu mor arpilu tu apade Nanda Kishore. My dear Nanda Kishore Krishna, everything I have, it's all yours. It's meant for your service. Even my very body. Manaso deho. Deho means body. My mind, my body. Mana, so deho. Geho, my home. My mind, my body, my home, it's all yours. Belongs to you. I'm claiming it's mine because I think I did something to get it, but actually you gave it to me. From
Maharaji's.
It's all about consciousness. We're talking about Krishna consciousness, not this consciousness or that consciousness, Krishna consciousness. Even when we talk ordinary dealings, if it's centered around devotional activities, that's Krishna consciousness.
Mataji says, thank you, Your Holiness. Thank you very much. And Mohana Sani Radha Mataji is saying that, but this process is internal, not external. Is it right?
The process is internal and manifests itself externally by activities, by speech, but it comes internally. Bhakti is 100% internal. It's the nature of the soul. And the process of bhakti awakens that pure nature. It's all internal.
Thank you. Shiva Kumar.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Just add one more question. So Maharaj, just one more question, Maharaj. I'm speaking for myself, Maharaj. Some of the material activities seems to be interesting, even if it is repetitive for quite a long time. But whereas when it comes to devotional service, especially chanting, like the activities, seems to get mechanical because it is repetitive in nature. I just wanted to understand, Maharaj.
That's
Why is
that's due to your conditioned nature. That's all.
Mm.
That's not true as a principle. There's those who are chanting, hearing, serving, worshiping, preaching. They're getting, it's not mechanical for them. They're enjoying it. Their consciousness is blooming. If it's mechanical, that means you're still stuck in a material consciousness. That's all. You're seeing things as ordinary. It's not. It's susukam kartavamyayam. Krishna says it's joyful. But because we're still conditioned by our attachments to the material world, we take these attachments and apply it to the spiritual activities also. And we think the spiritual activities are what are like the material activities, which they're not. They resemble material activities, but the essence is different. The essence is the spiritual activities are Satchidananda Vigraha. They're eternal, full of knowledge and full of joy. But we haven't reached that platform yet because we're still stuck in the material consciousness. So don't worry, don't give up. Just keep trying to develop your spiritual consciousness. That's all. And if you see yourself becoming routine, mechanical, or boring, that means you're seeing it from the wrong understanding. When you're chanting Hare Krishna, you're inviting Krishna and Radharani to come and be present in their name. You're welcoming the Supreme Lord and His pure internal energy. That's chanting Hare Krishna. Others might think it's just some sound vibration that we have to do. But consciousness is the basis of all understanding. So don't be mechanical, don't be routine, don't be mundane. Understand the principles of what you're doing through the knowledge given in the Shastras. Just like there's people who approach the holy name when they have to do their japa every day. It's a mechanical thing. And there's others who can't wait to get to japa because for them it's the greatest happiness that they can experience. So the japa is the same. It's the consciousness that makes the difference. Okay, I can take one more question and then I have to leave because I have some engagement coming up right within a few moments. So one more question.
Sri Devi Mataji is the one who has raised the hand. Ask Sri Devi Mataji.
Dear Maharaj, I would like to know in this particular translation where I can read more about these 7 bulls, Shambhara, Viduratha, Rukmi, Kamboja, and I'm not familiar with these pastimes of Lord Krishna. So
Yeah,
where would
that's in the Bhagavatam.
Okay.
The killing of the 7 bulls refers to one Naga. Krishna married 7 principal queens. Nagajiti, what was her name? King Nagajit. So that's in the 10th canto. Just look up, Krishna and the 7 principal queens, I think. I'm not sure the name of the chapter, but it's in a later part of the 10th canto.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Thank you very
It
much.
should be easy to find.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's just I'm really pressed for time now. So, but anyway, Srimati's there. I won't be able to make it tomorrow. Tomorrow's Nrsingadev's appearance day. So Monday, I'm traveling the whole day, so I won't be here. I'll be here on Tuesday for class. Yeah, so Tuesday's the next day that I'll be available.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
I wish
Thank
I
you.
could.
for
I like to do this class every day, but there's
Busy.
other responsibilities I can't just push aside.
Yeah, I was so grateful to Guru Maharaj that you are spending so much time for us and to encourage us to continue our service, and that
I-
really helps us. Definitely.
I like being with all of you. This is and discussing philosophy. This is really the essence of this Krishna conscious practice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Maharaj ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam.
Thank you very much, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you so much,
Jai.
Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Jai Ho.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Jagannath.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Garangi Priya. Haribol. Jai Ho.
Hare Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Stay out of the war, Garangi.
What?
I stay out of the war. Don't join the army.
Yeah, I am joining here, but for a few days I was not here, so I can't join.
Okay, good. All right. See you all soon. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada
Hare
ki
Krishna.
Jai. Hare Krishna.
Jai.
Hare Krishna. If anyone wants to do chanting, would you like to say? Is it? Or you're busy?
Yeah, a little bit, please.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank
So we'll end the call now. Is it okay? Thank you so much for joining and participating. Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble